Subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. What the hell? I literally didn't. Wait, what? Okay, Parivision bench Belchanok. After their 0-3 exit, 0.9 rating last 3 months. It's at the bottom. However, he has been in tougher roles than aggressive space takers, Jello and Noda, who are also rated below 1.0. Yeah, so they really did follow the rules of cut the anchor, I guess. We're sincere, dude. I'm surprised. Grateful for everything he's done for our team. Great. During the time, he's become more than just part of the roster, but a part of our history. Coach Justin made no secret that changes were coming. Yeah, no shit. We have the major. Yeah, I love that. Literally the quote of all time that Dustin said at Bucharest. We have the major. I can't kick them right now, but if they continue, yes. Fuck. All right, well, yeah. Where's Floppy, dude? Get the quote out. Like, when your team's losing, just cut the anchor, man. And I guess we'll just pair it up with Parivision of immediately signed Hobbit. Like, what in the fuck? Like, dude, what? They're going to cut, now that they cut Belchanok, dude, they're going to cut Zwei next because, you know, reasons smile. You got to follow the rules, dude. It's Belchanok, then Zwei. You can't cut Zello and Noda. That's just how it goes. But whatever, let's stop beating the same joke into the ground. Veteran Rifler will take Belchanok's place in the roster. This is like the China event, right? I think so. At this stage of our development, it was important for us to strengthen our roster with an experienced player who will help the team progress in both short and long term. We're well aware of his strengths, understand his contribution he can make to a team. We're confident his ride will make us stronger. Damn, bro. Maybe I can come back, guys. Honestly, 32, I'm 33. Maybe I run it back, dude. Maybe it's my time. I thought for sure it would be Noda, to be honest with you. Maybe this is one of many, but this kind of also, I think if Parivision makes more than one move, it could be a giant mistake because they've shown, the thing is, like, they've shown high level before, so you know it's there. The consistency in the floor was a giant problem, right? I will say this, like, Dustin's got to take some of the fucking blame for what happened with this team because you can't, like, do both. James can't, and I've said this before, so I'm just putting this so it's in this. James came out and said that they expected to go down in performance because of how quickly they rose, and he said that was like normal. That's great. That's like level head. I understand that. Like, some people might not like hearing that, but the reality is when you have like 4 rookies or three rookies really, and you make that jump, the chances of you maintaining that level all the way throughout is pretty low. So having that mindset's good, but then you had Dustin come out after they had a poor performance and basically said, like, you know, it was just obvious that there was different timelines at work. You know what I mean? Which is frustrating. You can't come out and on one hand be like, you know, have like a very tempered and I would say level-headed approach, and then also, yeah, I'd cut these fuckers if I could. I know the humans are complicated, but that Dustin really shit the bed with, I think, how this was handled. I was fine with the quote at first, but then, like, also the reality is this is not the only thing he said, and it was very visibly obvious that, like, the team was just really not the same after these types of comments came out. Now, so I just want to, like, I don't think really it's Belchanok's fault. I just think that they were in a spiral to the point where they have to make a roster change now, regardless of what's going on. So making one roster move and then seeing if that kind of resets, like Zello and Noda, I think is a good idea. I think the idea of also bringing in Hobbit as an experienced player to kind of balance out this team is good. And I do think that Hobbit is an odd one because statistically, sometimes he jumps off the page, sometimes he doesn't. But undeniably, I feel like most teams he joined, at least initially, he would have a positive impact. So we'll see. I think this is actually, funny enough, a good move out of Parivision, but I don't like the move in general because I feel like they put themselves in a situation where they had to do this. Parivision didn't have to go down this route. They just did because of how it was handled, and that was their own team's fault. I'm not saying they're all best of friends and right off into the sunset if Dustin doesn't make those comments, but it definitely would make it would just feel a lot better right now, like seeing something like this. Like they were trying to evolve it and like bring an experienced player. Now it just feels like they have to do this, and it's still the right move, but it feels like they have to. Yeah, let me know what you think though. Let me know, is this like enough? Let me know in the comments where we upload this. Do you think this is actually like enough to move the needle with Parivision? Like, will this give them like a back to an upward trend rather than just death spiral trend?